Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Anything Under the Sun. Um, y'all know what it is, man. We got a lot to talk about. Of course, we're gonna talk about probably one of the biggest interviews of the year, even though the year just started. But let's wait for everybody to pile in real quick. There's been a lot going on this week. I got a lot to say about what happened. All right, so we got Phil in this joint. Uh, and I hope everybody's week was good from last week. We are in the second week of 2024. It's already been some craziness going on. Yo, what up?
What
Good.
up,
You,
nigga?
you in and out.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I had to unhook from the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
Trying to
Yeah.
make some
How
phone.
your day been?
Uh, been alright. It was good until it got cold as shit.
Yeah, it's probably damn near close to 30-something degrees.
That shit dropped so quick. It's like, 'cause I could, I'm out there, so I feel the temperature drops and shit.
It's
Boy.
37 in Newport News. I don't know how cold it is. It's probably a little colder in Richmond since y'all like inland and shit.
Man, it's too much. It's like,
You
oh.
got the muscle. You should be warm.
The cold time is finally here. I ain't gonna lie, the cold time my favorite time of the year, though.
You said what?
I said the cold time is my favorite time of the year.
You like it being cold?
Hell yeah, cause you can get warmer. It's hard trying to cool off when it's hot.
Yeah, I understand because you're gonna get warm anyways as you move.
You
I
know
can
what I'm
understand.
saying?
You don't cool down as you move in the summertime.
Hell nah, you take off more clothes, you get hotter.
Mm,
You like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah. Speaking of hot, you know what I'm about to talk about.
Oh, good old KW.
God damn, yes sir. That motherfucker Money Mike,
Money Mike, Katt Williams in this jump.
Bub Shay, Shannon Sharp just had his biggest interview in his
Bro,
whole career.
Katt Williams told him, he said, yo, podcast about to go into another dimension after this shit.
Sure as hell did. He didn't
Hey,
gain almost like what's the stats on him? He didn't gain like I don't know how many fucking followers in 3 days. That shit got 30 million
bro,
views in three
it's crazy.
days.
Bro, everybody on Shannon Sharp now, nigga.
The thing is, he won't expecting all that.
He won't. He was just in it for like, just to talk to comedians. That's what he was talking about. And he said now he afraid that they don't even it might not even come on no more. Like he can't even have the podcast no more. I'm like, man, shut up, bro. You better be happy you about to have nothing but people watching your motherfucker.
Yeah, he
Ah,
about to have hella people come up there. So yeah, this says since leaving Fox Sports because of Skip Bayless's ego, Shannon Sharp has joined ESPN's first take with Stephen A. Smith, started Nightcap with Uncle Ocho, which has 612 subscribers on YouTube in 4 months, been named the most entertaining sports media personality by Complex, and just had the biggest interview of his career with Club Shay Shay. His Katt Williams interview now has, well, this is a little old, 23.9 million views in less than 5 days. And by the way, Club Shay Shay has 1.5 million subscribers at the time of this post. Hot. He hot. You know, this reminds me of the Breakfast Club, though.
wow.
When Ray J got on the Breakfast Club,
Oh yeah,
did
nigga.
all that shit about Fabulous. That's how they shit took off. Same kind of way. Controversy. Or
Bro, that,
actually, this kind of remind me of when they had Birdman up there.
oh, it was like put some respect on my name.
Yeah, put some respect on my name. Are we finished or are we done?
Put
That's what.
some respect on my name.
Hell yeah. This is Shannon's Birdman and Ray J interview put in one. Now, what you take from that energy? Do you think that everything he was saying was true?
I feel like he was. I don't know. I feel like he was telling the truth to a lot of shit. I feel like he and Dave Chappelle are like on the same, you know what I'm saying, little path as far as it goes with truth seeking and the way they tell their jokes and shit. You know what I mean?
I can agree with that because Dave went on Oprah and said the stuff that he said.
You know what
However,
I mean?
there's a there's some things about that too that's not really true. But we're gonna get into that. Shit. What else fucking happened? Uh, what about the things he said about Steve Harvey? How you feel about what he said about Steve?
A lot of that shit sounded true. Let alone a lot of it, you know what I'm saying, has been talked about for years. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, like you really been out here taking this man's craft and shit, bro. You can't be
Mm-hmm.
doing that. Can't be doing that. That's a no go.
Steve and Cedric the Entertainer was accused of stealing.
Oh shit.
Cedric was accused of stealing a joke from not just Cat Williams. Also, he stole a joke from a TV show.
What TV show?
Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Damn, what was that? It's a show that I never heard before. Here you go. But Designing Woman from 1987. So hold on, let me see if I can. Let me see if I can play this shit. Now she did various small jobs for him on and off for about a week. One night he just finished bartending at a party and the lady of the house realized that she didn't have any money. So she said to him, Abominations, I want to write you a check, but I don't
Yeah, I remember this.
Abomination. He said, well, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. See, when I came to work for you, I told you my name.
I remember that
I
shit.
told you my name, and then I said, but you can call me by my initials.
By my initials. By my initials.
There you go. There goes Sid version.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So all week long, my ass talking about Abomination. What up, boy? Hey, Abomination, you gonna run up?
And then you do that when it in like the
Grab some beer, come on back. My cousin, what
that
you
was
doing,
in
man?
like one of the new ones, right?
You said what?
That was in his newest stand-up. Yeah, that was like one of his newest stand-ups.
You said what now?
I said that looked like one of his newest stand-ups.
Maybe. I don't be keeping up with the
I
whole
was just looking
news
at
like
I was just looking at how he looked, you know what I'm saying? Like it looked like one of his newest stand-ups.
that shit crazy, yo.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Said I believe it said stuff. Um Steve Harvey shit, like we said, yeah, that was stolen. And then said stole his joke about the he made it a space shuttle, but Cat Williams had a car, but it was like the
Yeah, I remember that.
same concept. So I'm like,
Yeah.
he essentially he did the same thing.
Shit not making sense, is it?
He did the same exact thing pretty much, but he just kind of flipped it a little bit, like sampling, like nigga, it's comedy. This ain't hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we in there.
There we go.
That shit. Oh, so that shit following every move.
Yeah.
What up, Brian?
That was good. And my joint do that too.
I'm fucking crying.
His shit,
Something like,
his shit doing it on purpose though.
Gavin, all right, you about to get real scientific. You about to cry. You about to cry. He said, no, but his,
His
I'm just
his doing something magical.
his look different, bro. It look like you just using your hand. You just doing a lot. I was like, all
Shit,
right.
we on the
Still, stand still.
huh?
Just here, it never moved as much.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got to talk. You know what I mean?
Be in the
Like,
car. Be in the car.
I'll be in the car stationary as a motherfucker. Now I can move around and talk
And
with
you
you
need to
guys.
take this when you like take a package and that's
I'm
kind
a
of like
I'm a
move.
I'm a
Like
pacer. I'm a pacer. You know, I gotta
Shit,
move.
that shit look like the cameraman when a nigga do a
bro, it looks
crossover.
too wild, bro. It really look like
The
a
camera
girl
be
like
getting
moving the
crossed.
camera. Like she just holding it.
Hey, we
But it's like after
all
about 30 minutes, I was like, I know she's not holding this phone the whole time. She's not right. She's not doing this the whole time. Either
I'm gonna
way.
put my headphones. I can barely hear you, Brian.
Man, it's
damn
always
B-Rock.
me. You feel me? Cut me short.
I'm just saying I can barely hear you. I don't, you know what I'm
Barely,
saying?
Because
barely hear you.
you don't have our headphones on, and I think iPhone is like has some built-in type speakers where it allows it to capture only your voice and not the outside
Well,
shit.
you know what? I'm gonna just put these on real quick. Hold on for a second, so I won't have these problems.
All right, is this better?
Hopefully these are completely
I'm
charged.
trying to refrain from
Let's see.
rolling up. Oh, let me put this shit away.
Shit. I mean, I'm out there. Hold on.
Yeah, I think we all gonna have to get one of these because this feels like a weird standard that it's just like I can't keep up with. It's just like I feel like we do this.
This right here.
What is
All
that?
right, hold on. I'm about to get off real for a
It's
quick second.
Is that jackfruit?
organic jackfruit. Yeah, but like, bro, um, I be making a smoothie, but I be putting like hella ginger in my smoothie.
I don't know why I
Like,
love ginger. It just
what?
feels like it's doing what it should be doing. It just
Yes.
as soon as it hits your body, it looks like it's getting rid of mucus. It just feels like immediately just flushing you out. I love ginger.
Yo,
All right, now
give
now I'm back on.
this pineapple, ginger. Oh, I got it written down in my motherfucking handy dandy notebook.
Old school, no pad.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta find out where I put it somewhere. I don't even know what the notes is at.
Oh yeah, Brian, how's your day been, man? How them kids treat you? Man, they pretty good. I had to sub English today, so I had seventh grade all day, so that was cool. But when I walked into the classroom, how do I say this? It just felt like the desk was more cleared than it should have been. Like it don't seem like the middle of the year cleared. And it's like it's been 1 week from Wednesday to Friday where it's just like this ain't winter break cleared either. Like I walked inside her classroom, she only had a stapler and a tape dispenser, one on each side. I was like, all right, I was like, I ain't gonna do too much because she may not feel well. I look over because I've been in her classroom before. I was like, all her personal pictures are gone. I was like, all right, well, I ain't gonna do too much. I could be wrong. One of the kids was like, yeah, da 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 said that she was going down to Florida to move with her fiance. I was like, kids lie. All right, true. And then finally, he was like, she was like, have a good summer in the middle of winter. I was like, okay, it's looking like.
She sound
So
like
after that,
you sound like you about to be long term something.
no, no, no. Facts.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to get to that. I wasn't even trying to say that. But now you said it. So I went to go talk to this the lady downstairs, the secretary, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I heard something about that too." I was like, "Today?" She was like, "No, last week." I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Why hasn't nobody brought this up?" Like nobody decided to do anything. Everybody just mad quiet. And then I heard like two other teachers today. They was like, "I ain't coming back. I'm not coming back."
Damn.
They not coming back. But one of the teachers, he reminded me of like if I was working with one of y'all, he sent me a picture of his desk clear and was like deuces. And then he put laughing on top. So he was making fun of
What is
everyone.
this like the age of everybody get up from your job and leave? Bro, somebody hit the chat. So we got a chime where everybody's in the chime and we know what vans we get in and all this other mess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody went into the chime and went off, bro. Like called the manager a cunt, called the fucking boss a cunt, like was going in, bro, saying fuck
Just handing out
you.
cut tickets. That's
Like
crazy.
y'all not doing your jobs properly. Like went in today. Like I'm going in like, just checking my see where my van is and shit. I see this big ass message about how y'all some sorry ass little cunts and y'all need to Y'all fired me for no damn reason. We done talked about like I'm like, damn, bro, like
I have to say this, Phil, and I don't know, Gabby, if you feel the same way. I, in my life, have never been in a group chat where it didn't get to that point. Like, I have never, like, they always start off professional business. And then I don't know why somebody be like, hey, y'all, what y'all doing this weekend? And it's ruined every time. I have watched group chats get ruined every time from people not understanding the business and pleasure, where it's like, it only takes that one time to be like, hey, anybody going to the bar, it's done. It's like from then on out, you start hearing like, you know what I hate? You start hearing personal problems. It's no more about updates. It's no more about just, informative
bro.
chats. It's like now people talk about, hey, yo, man, I saw such and such. You know what's crazy? Yeah, I was like, bro, just text them
It's
individually. Just
it's
text them
it's
individually.
because y'all getting close. You know what I'm saying? Y'all around
Oh
each other for a
no,
good amount of
absolutely, I
time.
get it, I get
You
it.
know what I'm
You're
saying?
right, definitely.
Your job is like your second fucking home. Like motherfuckers in kirked out today on our supervisor
But why is it
on a
funny
couple of
though?
people
When that
today.
happens, when that type of stuff happens, it'd be too funny.
I don't want to say it over.
That
You don't
shit
have
was
to. It's okay.
hilarious, bro.
Yo,
Hilarious.
We were laughing
yeah,
all day,
because you be laughing at them all
all
day,
day,
like you know what I'm saying,
All day.
and they don't know.
all day.
they,
And then
they don't know for real, for real.
bro.
But yeah,
And then the funniest part is when like after he sent the message, then it was like so and so has been removed from the chat. I'm like, it's too late now. He
He ain't
already
coming
got
back.
his rocks off. Oh my gosh.
but yo, Brian, we was talking about of course the biggest thing going on right now, which is Katt Williams. What is your
Ah,
take on
yeah.
his interview? Did you watch all 2.5 hours of it, or you just caught clips?
I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole entire. But the reason why I watched it, and I don't know if you can agree with that. I feel like not trying to be too Zodiac-ish, but I love truth. So it's just like I'll mess around and be like, yo, is he about to say some more? Because it started resonating with me. So it was like I messed around, didn't even realize the 2 hours had happened because I was so intrigued as to what he was talking about. Now, looking at what he said about Cat Williams about Ricky Smiley. Now what he said about Ricky Smiley and Tyler Perry, that's the thing too. Like the older I get, the more I understand Cat Williams. Cat Williams is subtle. When he said stuff, he said, "I believe I should put the best person in the role." He was talking about winning. He said Tyler Perry and Ricky Smiley played more convincing women than they do men. I was just like, Jesus Christ! I was like, y'all didn't catch that. No, y'all didn't, because he didn't
That
say it
was
mean. He didn't. He didn't like
that
accent it. He
was
was like, y'all didn't catch that
disrespectful
at
as
all.
fuck.
Bro,
That it was disrespectful
He's
that he
was it
said. What he said
was
about
it
Ludacris.
as
What he said about
Yeah,
Ludacris
disrespectful
was the
as
word.
truthful as it
I
was?
mean, it might have been true in a way, but that shit was mad. When he said the only way I can get in with Ricky, a movie with Ricky Smiley again is if he plays a woman, and he
And
said
it
the
was in
next
his
movie he
contract.
played,
First
I don't
Sunday.
believe that part. I don't believe that part. That was cap. That was a punchline. You know, he got a tour coming up, so he's doing this whole Kanye West shit of causing outrage, but. Yeah, I don't believe that part, but that shit
Now
was
I'll
it
say,
was
Gavin,
just ironic.
I don't think it was in the contract. No, I don't think it was in the
Yeah,
contract. But
I
because
don't
he
think so
brought it
either.
up, now this is what I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
happened. Like you said, I don't think it was in the contract, but because we know there's a part of an agenda, and that Cat Williams kind of pushed Ricky Smiley to be pushed for that agenda, because that's what happened with the dude from Big Mama's house. After he did that movie with
Martin.
Martin Lawrence, he went straight
Oh,
down. Like
Brandon T.
Cat Williams
Jackson.
told he was like, yo,
But
don't do that movie, don't do that
you think that
movie.
whole I'm about to cut you off, but do you think that whole black man in a dress thing is really true?
Yeah. I
Y'all
think it's
sure?
true. I do, but at the same time, I had saw a post and somebody called me slipping, where it was just like they gave it by the same amount of white men who have also done this as well. But I think
That's what I'm
what
saying.
You
but
can't
what I'm
judge your
saying is that
lanes. You can't
the
judge your
white
lanes
people.
of success based upon white and black, because white people will always had a successful lane. Black people had to fight for their fucking lane.
Mhm.
And then for you to tell me I gotta get in a dress just to do this shit, I'm not doing that shit. That's how I look at it. But it's
I'm
like,
But
not a big fan.
them white guys had to get in the dress
but that
too.
was
Yeah,
their right
you
of
got
passage.
Robin Williams. You got other people who did it as well. You got
Yeah,
Jim
it's
Carrey who did it
That's
as well.
yep.
But
that's their right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's to me that's their rite of passage. That was during a time when black artists weren't even getting fucking recognized. We ain't
Nah,
comedians didn't get
that
recognized
ain't
until like the
that ain't
beginning
true.
of the '90s, bro.
That
Like
ain't
y'all
true
didn't have
because
they didn't have their movies until the beginning of the '90s.
that ain't true
well,
because John Cena was in one, and John Cena didn't come out till 2000.
You said
John
John Cena?
But see, that's
I'm
what I'm
talking
saying
about
John
too. Now,
Cena
this is
was
what I'm
in it,
saying.
yo.
back then.
John Cena isn't looked at. All right,
That's
so who are we talking
2000.
about in
I'm
these
talking about
movies?
the
Huh?
90s, 80s, 90s, when black people ain't have no motherfucking
Oh
opportunities. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, when they was doing like a one at a time,
I'm
like you
giving you the
had.
point that it don't matter what your color is, you're gonna get put in the dress regardless by Hollywood.
Nah,
That's what I'm trying to say.
Dave
And I
Chappelle
think
didn't get
that
into a
whole
dress.
but that's why
Uh,
he got the
Bernie Mac
situation he
didn't
was
get
in.
into a dress.
Okay, so there's no
Uh,
that's what I'm saying. There's no agenda for it then. And Bernie Mac was still he still was a big time
yeah, I know.
actor. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but I'm just saying, like, for some, it might have been harder for him to get like any kind of role that was like recognizable by the public. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ooh.
Denzel Washington roles, Bernie Mac. I'm
Nah, he got a
saying
TV show.
he got a TV show, but I'm saying like him not getting into a dress. But I haven't even seen Denzel in a dress, so
Look, I'll
shit.
say this.
Exactly.
Now, there may not be agenda. You may just have to like. You may just have to be on some like stand your ground because for Bernie Mac to not have been dressed, there's no reason for him to be able to get access into the Ocean 11 series. I'm sorry. That's top tier white folk. Like I don't think about the people who was in that movie. Like, but wouldn't you think you would need to be in a dress to get those type of you feel me? So I think you might be right, Gavin, where it's not, but because how do I say this? It's kind of like how do I say this? It's like you walking down the street and then you just drop $20 down there, and it says don't touch, but then you're like, I'm gonna touch it. Like you don't have to touch it, but they're gonna also
Yeah,
put
you
it out
don't.
there to see if you're gonna do it. You feel me? Like it's like, yeah, you don't have to wear a dress. For instance, Dave Chappelle, he said that, and that's the reason why I knew it wasn't. Actually, I'm glad you said that, Gavin, because that's the reason why I knew it wasn't agenda. When Dave Chappelle did his movie, and then they was like, they wanted you to do this dress, but he was like, no. And then like 10 minutes later, they came a whole new script, and then it was just like, you said you weren't gonna do it, so this is what we'll do instead. Da, da, da. So they have it there, but
I,
at the first part, they're pushed at the beginning to be like, no, if we had this, if we can do this scene, then yeah, by all means, we're gonna bring it up. Now, if you're against it, we'll either get somebody else, or if we really need you for the movie, then we'll just go ahead and just get, we'll just ignore it this time.
what about the Wayans brothers?
Wayne's
They
brothers,
got a dress after they was big.
no, I think Wayne's brothers they're collectively as a family. That's a family thing where it's just like, nah, we'll do this to get this. Like you're not Marlon Wayans
Yeah,
and
I believe they
Sean
want some
Wayans are
family
not about to
shit.
sit here and talk to Damon Wayans and Keenan Wayans about what they are and not going to do because they've already done it. You feel me?
But
Especially Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans
but
has
I'm
played
talking
the game
about
roles. He's done
Sean
all
and
of
Marlon.
it. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
And
You
they're
see your
white chicks.
brothers do it. So why would you have a problem with it? They've already talked to you about that. They've already kind of
Yeah.
persuaded you in a weird way where it's just like, oh no, that's what you do, man.
Living Color had a
You
lot
know
of comedians in
what?
dresses.
Had the Z Snap
Yeah, Jamie
and
Foxx.
Damon Wayans and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Yeah. So I mean, that's were they Hollywood technically, or you know what I'm saying? Like that was in Living Color. What was that on? Was that on like Fox or some shit like that?
Some shit like that. But then it makes it hard because it's like, who the fuck is a plant?
I don't think Kevin Hart is a plant. I think that was Cap too. I think that was based off of him trying to, because he made another video saying that he wants to challenge Kevin Hart, and he said you can do a boxing ring, a basketball court, or you can get on this stage and do some jokes. So it's like I think he was trying to challenge him on some WWE shit. The
I think
whole
he was
Kevin Hart thing. I
trying to
listened to
challenge
it.
him like he challenged Steve. Well, not challenge Steve Harvey,
Yeah.
but like he tore up Steve Harvey, and now Steve Harvey don't do stand up no more. I think it's more of a. I think it was truthful or honest what he said about Kevin, and he's trying to put that nigga on Front Street for that shit. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Think
hey,
so.
you got it, then let's do it, bro. Like
Look,
I wanna put you out in front of the crowd. I found a video on Steve talking to I forget who he was doing the interview with, but he was talking about how people his jokes are known for talking about people and this, that, and the third, right? And
mhm.
he said, if I can't get off on talking to people and this, that, I don't enjoy stand up as much. That's just my niche. Da 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 da. But then when you go and look at the Detroit film, when Katt Williams came on stage and talked about this nigga's wig and shit, when he's talking about when he stopped and shit, Steve
Yeah.
Harvey was up there talking about a woman for 15 minutes straight, like going in on her, right? So then Katt Williams get on stage and they're going in on
He,
her.
yeah, he roast him. Cat Williams want to roast. He like that wild and out type shit. That's why he was on the show. You know what I'm saying? Because he's good at roasting motherfuckers too. But my whole thing with Kevin is Kevin got introduced to Hollywood not through just being on the East Coast, but he got put in TV shows early on. You got to think he was on shit. He was on Scary Movie 3 with Queen Latifah, Anthony Anderson, all those people before Soul Plane even came out. He had his own sitcom and all that other shit.
That
He was in like
was
two.
that was the show. The Scary Movie 3 jump was the jump that was offered to Katt.
Yeah, that was off of the Katt Williams.
That
The
was the
third
gay.
one
That
or the
was
fourth
the
one?
gay scene.
Oh, shit. I mean, I ain't never watched that. So I just know that
Anthony
he was in
Anderson
it.
and Kevin Hart had the gay scene in Scary Movie
Uh,
4. So
okay.
that was
It was 4 or 3 because I know he did 3 too. But the crazy thing is, Katt did Scary Movie 5.
but not doing no weird shit.
Yeah, but also he lied about Friday After Next. Ice Cube said there wasn't no damn rape scene in that
He
shit.
said one
He won't.
no rape scene in there.
Yeah, he said it. He said, yeah, I don't do no shit like that. It wasn't supposed to, it's not no rape scene. Like, I don't do no weird, funny ass shit. And then he was like, yo, he actually did have Ricky Smiley come out and try out for Money Mike. When Katt Williams was saying, like, oh, nah, he lied. He's saying that he was supposed to play Money Mike. He probably was at one point till they saw your ass. And it was like, okay, we
No,
see
what he
something
was
else.
saying was that Ricky Smiley had said that Katt Williams stole his role. And he was like, nigga, I didn't
I mean, he
steal your
did.
role from shit. He said
He
what he was saying was it was 300 niggas that showed up to audition for this role. Meaning you were one of them, nigga. I just happened to get the fucking role.
I mean, but
So
that's
I
what he
ain't
said.
steal
So
shit from you. You just not, that wasn't your role to play. You need to play the Santa
Just
Claus.
not good.
nah, I don't take it like that. I take it as, okay, let's say it was 300 niggas before him and Katt Williams, and then he was 301, Katt Williams was 302, and they were just like, oh no, we see him as Money Mike.
That's still not
You know
taking.
what I'm saying?
That's still not taking it from nobody. That's
That I mean,
literally like you lost, nigga. That's not nobody stealing nothing from you. Okay, stealing it from him was like, hey Ricky, we want you to be the motherfucking pimp, Magic Mike. You know what I'm saying? We got you on. We got all the wardrobe set for you. The script is ready for you. Everything. And then Katt walks in and is like, does his thing, and they like, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. We don't want you to play Magic Mike no more. We want him to play.
that's what he said happened.
That's stealing from him. No, he
That's what he said
said.
happened.
No, he said that he had an audition, not that they said, "Oh, you got it." They said he had an audition. So just like every other nigga, that's just an audition. You just didn't get the part, but you
Nah,
did get the Santa Claus part.
that's what happened. That's what happened. They said he had the part, and then they was like, nah, we see something else, so we're gonna put you in the Santa Claus suit. Exactly what you said is what
I
happened.
think he had the part.
But see, that's the
I
thing.
don't think he
The
had the part.
reason why I think the thing with Katt Williams is because Ricky Smiley was just here, and that's the thing too. I think there was a rape scene. It just wasn't a scene of rape. But if you look at the scene with him and Money Mike, I feel like all of that was still in there with Ricky Smiley, with Terry Crews seeing him in the bathroom. But the problem is, opposed to him using the little wrenches, he got through it, and then you probably just saw him saying and then him coming out of the bathroom.
No,
with Ricky Smiley with
Ice Cube Ice Cube disputed that. He said there was no. He said the whole scene in the bathroom was already written in that. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
scene of
He said there was no
that's a
scene
scene
of them
of
getting
rape.
raped.
That's what's supposed to happen. So it was always in there. It's just how much were we about to see. I feel like
That's
the thing
real.
with
If
him is
you
that
do
he's not going to put a
if you
scene
lead
in
the
there.
mind to the imagination,
Yeah, you feel me? It's not going
if you do
to be
lead,
like Spartacus where they show you everything, or like Nip Tuck where
yeah.
they show you everything. It's going to leave it to the imagination. That scene of him being in the bathroom taking off the phone book, all funny up until there. The problem with Ricky Smiley is that I feel like Katt Williams, the difference is that he didn't have a wrench. Terry Crews got through the act, and then you just saw him outside the movie. There's
No,
never
that's
going to be
what
a
I'm trying
scene
to
of like
tell
him
you.
actually being
That's what I'm
raped.
trying to tell you. Ice Cube said that. Ice Cube said the whole wrench thing was already put in before Katt Williams decided to say he was going to try to make it funny. That Ice Cube disputed that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. He disputed all that shit Katt Williams said. All that shit saying that it was a rape scene. That's not true. The whole thing was supposed to happen as it was filmed when Katt Williams did it. It was going to be the same thing if Ricky Smiley did it or Katt Williams. It was going to be the same thing. And nothing changed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Ice Cube said that out of his mouth.
No, I saw the video.
Yeah,
I didn't
he
see the
said that.
video.
Yeah, he
I'm
came
just saying that
after, after
I
that
think it would
interview
have been
came out,
different.
he disputed all that.
It would have been different. It wouldn't have been funny. I feel like with Ricky Smiley.
I mean,
Ricky Smiley is more
I don't think Katt Williams would have made a good Santa Claus if they would have put him as
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
But he
Him
already
running,
said
yeah,
that. Where
exactly.
you gonna see a 5'2" Santa? It doesn't make sense for him. It doesn't even
It
make
doesn't
sense
matter what
based off his
his height
to be
is.
a 5'3" Santa, a 5'3"
It doesn't matter. What
Santa.
does height have to do with him being funny?
What do you
It
mean?
doesn't
What does
make
height
sense.
have to do with
No.
that? Have you ever seen a short Santa up until now, Gavin? Have
Yeah,
you ever seen a
it would have
short
been
Charlie
mixed
St.
up
Nick?
with an elf type
It
thing.
doesn't matter.
That don't make sense.
Matter.
Because if he's
It doesn't
5'2", that
matter.
means the elves is 4'7".
We don't. Santa Claus not even real, so it's like he doesn't even have a height.
We know
What are you
that, but
talking about?
we still see a real representation of Santa Claus
But
every year.
it does no. His height is
ever
null and
short?
void.
How you
The
gonna
only
sit
the
on his
only
leg if he's
issue I
short?
had the
I don't know.
only issue I had
Can't
with
sit on
that
this man's
one
leg.
part
He's always
is
fat.
because he was a Santa Claus, but that wasn't his part. His part was a crackhead. So,
Technically, but they
Even
call
worse,
it
a
you-
crackhead Santa
but I'm
Claus.
just saying, you can have a 5'5" crackhead, and he
Yeah, you can.
could be dressed up like Santa Claus.
Santa,
I'm just
but
saying that could have happened,
it could,
but
but it wouldn't have been good as Ricky Smiley playing. Yeah, it could have, but I don't think Katt Williams. I mean, he fast as fuck. I tell you that.
He's fat.
that's been
Motherfucker
alive, man.
That's what I'm
fast as
saying
shit.
too. Like,
He can run a
4.14.
I don't
4.4.
think it was a matter
That
of,
won't
like you said, with
count.
like Phil. I don't think it was a matter of him stealing it. I just think he was better. Like, it's not a matter of stealing it. It's really like if one person's named Charles and the other one was named Jacob, and he says Hamanah, and the other dude was like Hamanah. I was like, yo, the other dude who just sung, I like him. So it has nothing to do with stealing. You just bad based off the
But look,
situation of people who have come in
somebody
here.
was
You
agreeing
just
with
lost.
Ricky Smiley and his manager said he had the part at first. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He had.
I'm not knocking that. I know he had it first, but if
So
somebody
he
come in,
stole it.
if you come in and you singing a song and Leandra Davis come in behind you, she gonna take your song every time.
Right.
She gonna take that
Right.
song. It has nothing to do with talent.
What's the saying when somebody's supposed to be a star of a show and then somebody else take the shine? What is that called? He stole the show. So he stole the role. That's what he's saying. He stole the role from him. It happened. He stole it. He didn't lie. Katt Williams lied about that. He lied. Just like how he lied about saying he read 3,000 fucking books. Ain't no way in fucking hell.
I think
Ain't no
he was
fucking
exaggerating
way.
on that shit.
Yeah, he exaggerated like shit. Like he was like my whole thing with this whole Katt Williams interview is people was like, "Oh man, I believe him. He been saying the same shit for the past 12 years, and now he has a tour coming up. He's pulling the whole Kanye West shit by like coming out saying all this stuff about people and everything like that. It's like, bro, this is a marketing tactic. All this shit ain't really true. I believe some of it, but not all of it. I
Which part
believe every single word he said. The stuff I was just talking about, the Kevin Hart shit. Kevin Hart came up in Hollywood. He actually did come up in Hollywood. It was just a very small. It was like a networking type of thing. You got to think about the movies that he did before Soul Plane and that TV show and who he worked with. They thought he was probably making them laugh behind the scenes and all that shit. It was like, yo, you funny. You a funny motherfucker. You a funny little guy. And they was probably like, let's put him.
They said both the movie and the series didn't do well.
That doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying that how he got to him. Katt Williams was sitting there. Katt Williams was saying that nobody came to any comedy shows in LA. How in the fuck did he get a TV show and a movie? What do you think a plan is? He wasn't planning. He was already there. You just ain't see that shit coming. Just like how Ricky Smiley said you stole his shit. Kevin Hart stole your shit, Katt, and you didn't see it. He didn't see it coming. So that's my whole thing about Kevin Hart is like, nigga, Katt, stop doing that shit. Like, you know that nigga is funny. He's actually funny. Don't try to sit there and be like, oh no, where did he come from? He just came out of nowhere. The industry planted him and he came up in the East Coast. Nah, motherfucker, he was there. Your ass was just doing whatever the fuck you was doing and you didn't see that shit coming. You got railroaded. Like, stop capping, Katt. You know what I'm saying? That's the parts I don't believe. But the stuff about Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, probably, what was it? Who else did he talk about? The shit about Ludacris was some bullshit too. That was some bullshit.
Hey, that shit was hilarious and Ludacris fucked up.
Meeting?
He fucked up when he did that little song, bro. He should never did that song, bro.
What? You in an Illuminati meeting? And then they said one of y'all Negroes got to cut y'all shit. One of y'all got to keep it.
And then they get 200 mil for 10 shows.
For 10 movies? Imagine Katt Williams and fucking Fast and Furious. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked, bro. Like that
Can't
nigga
even say
Cat,
that
I
either.
was.
They found a way to
about to
make
say
it
I
work.
couldn't say that either. It just
Couldn't
would
say
have
that
had a
because
funny
they gonna
twist on
fit
it.
they gonna fit the movie. This to me, first of all, we had Jonathan Majors out here as Kane.
Oh
That man,
no.
that is not. I feel like based off what we've seen over the last 20 years, what women have shown us what they like. That is a plant. I'm sorry. Jonathan Majors came out of nowhere. I've seen a couple of his movies. He's a great actor, but at the same
I
time,
don't
bro,
know.
I feel like
I
they
don't
can
know
put
about
whoever they
JM,
want in there,
but
bro.
I know he dumb as hell.
Whoever
Like,
they want to put in there, they can put in. They can make anything work. That's what they're trying to tell you. That's why you got people like Sexy Red. She ain't got no talent. They have plenty of plants out here, bro, and that's in every industry. Actresses, actors, rappers, movie stars,
I mean,
comedians. I don't know if you can
we
really
brought
say
this up.
it with athletics though. I was like, bro,
We brought
you
this
can't
up.
fake this run. You can't fake this
One
run.
plant for sure. One plant for sure is fucking Ice Spice. We brought this up in the other pod because she fucking came out of
Yeah,
nowhere. Literally,
she
like
did. I just looked at her catalog.
what
She
she
had
only
like 4 songs and then was like, boom. I was like, whoa, whoa,
I
exactly.
mean, what did
whoa,
she put out? What did she put out? What did she put out?
bro.
Them 4 songs or what? Like them.
No, it won't even
Just
like the
where
hits.
my
It was
phone? Where my
like just 4 regular ass
Oh,
songs
4
on
bro?
regular
SoundCloud.
songs.
It's like if Davin were to just be like, I want to be
I
an
mean, she
artist.
could
Just
have
put
been
out four
just
songs
like
and
old
try it
boy
out, and all of a sudden you pop. Like I didn't see
that did
anything else.
Whoop.
Now I will say, if it were to happen somewhere, New York and LA is the place it'll happen at. That
That's
and
what I'm
Atlanta.
saying. She could have been just
It
like
can't
old
happen in
dude
New
like
York.
Whoopty,
And because she's
and then she
attractive,
a pretty
she
face.
could be in the right places. So like I said, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I feel like it's more possible for women than it is men in terms of being that plant. And you look in a certain way, and then if you going along with certain, like Cardi B. Cardi B was a stripper. So I'm gonna be honest with you, she was probably cool whatever they
Cardi
was talking about because
Cardi
she already
B,
did it to get here now.
but Cardi B was a reality show star first before she even got into
She want
music. So that
to
already
stripper first.
she was a stripper. She was a stripper, but then it was stripping, then it was a reality show, then it was the music. That's how her came. That's how she kind of like kicked off. That's why it was like kind of easy for her to get that hit song, even though Bodak Yellow was written for her. You know what I'm saying? She can't write for shit. You know what I
I
mean? She don't write her own
think
shit.
I don't think we talk about this enough, but I could sit there and say like, yeah, she did her thing, da da da. But when you start talking about people who are doing heavy sellings of drugs like cocaine and people stripping, they get in different types of money. Meaning like they can put themselves in different places and be around certain like you can't help yourself if you're a stripper and then Fabulous pulls up and then he likes what you do and then you give him your music and then you feel me like it's that can be quick. That's really quick. That may not happen for a man for another 2 years. But because of where you are, your network and what you're willing to do for that, you can really boost yourself up and not even be a plant. You don't know what Old Spice was out here doing. She might have been doing some weird Spice stuff just to get to where she is. Because now it seems like
She
she's a
probably
plant that people
was.
know that she was probably, and now she thinks it's weird that people think like, oh, she got makeup on. I'm looking like y'all didn't know this. Y'all didn't know this.
She she beefing with Lotto now.
And they look just alike.
What? Because they like skin.
So I need a BBL and a stripping job ASAP. That might be part of it though. No cap.
No, motherfucker. You do not need a BBL. Please don't get a BBL.
Don't get
Come
a
out here
BBL.
looking like an
Never
Iggy
get a
Azalea.
BBL. Be
In the
quiet.
in the MMB's career, nigga.
Get the BBL
Please don't
job.
get no. No, you
Hey
come
yo,
out
if
here
Larry
looking
giving out
like
BBLs, bro, there's one girl who would get it from Larry, bro.
Take it
I'm
to Costa
trying to
Rica.
tell you. There's one person who would
all
buy a
right.
BBL from Larry.
All right, so look, we got another crazy ass story. So in Las Vegas, a man
Uh-oh.
was denied his probation.
Oh, you talking about the Superman?
Yo,
Yo, the kids was talking about it at school. He was like, Mr. Austin, you see the man who jumped at the judge? I was like, yo, get on my seat. I'm trying to teach. I'm trying to teach. This man was like, oh
yo,
no.
what? I don't know. What's y'all takes on that shit, yo?
Some people
That
were
shit
just
reminded me of Phil running
fed
away
the
from a
fuck
dog on
up,
one
boy.
trip.
Fed the fuck up. That nigga was fed the fuck up.
Bro,
I
you
saw
gonna
it
be
in the
Bruce Wayne over
stance,
the extra
and
10 years he got. That don't make no
I
sense.
saw it in the position in the air that nigga was in. That nigga was fed the fuck up. God
Bro,
damn,
But you know
bro.
what's bad
he jumped.
is if you give it two
He need
more
to be
days,
in
somebody gonna have a
track and
picture where they
field.
But
freeze the
why did
camera
she
and then
give?
they take him out of
You
it.
gotta
Like
know
he
the
just
full
jump up and then
story.
they'll take it out and they'll start doing something with it. Like he gonna be flying in the sky or something. They gonna do something with that joint, bro. Give it some
Y'all want to
I
know
time. He
want to
something?
know
jumps
the
on top
full
of her.
story though, because
Okay,
why did she say that? Like, why did she say that like in
Yeah, I was
that
about to
way?
say that.
Hey, yo, read the comment
Well,
in the bottom, bro. You got me
because,
crying.
yeah, I was about to say that he went back in front of her today with
She
his
He went
lawyer.
requested
back.
him to come back.
Yeah, but
I'm surprised the judge felt
he was
comfortable to go
chained
back.
up.
Like,
He was
I
chained
don't know
up,
if
and
I
Why,
should
he
ask him
had
back.
like a
why would
fucking.
you request me to come back?
She's
I'm
trying to.
gonna
Well,
jump
let's be
over
honest.
this
Who else
shit
gonna
now.
take him?
That's
Nah,
Who
like,
else gonna take
he was
him?
chained up and held. Hold on, let me find this picture real
bro,
quick.
like, just you gotta leave black people alone.
Hold on, let's see.
It's not even. You just gotta leave people alone,
I'm about to say, people, because of the pandemic, everybody is 5 times more angry than they used to be. Like, it's because of the pandemic alone. Just because
nigga.
of
What?
everything that's been happening. Everybody is 5 times more upset than they were before 2020. Like,
I didn't
or at
stay
least
inside
able
during
to. It was
COVID,
like, yo,
so
I'm at a thin fuse.
let me stop.
Yo, we got Selmir, the Off-Road
Yo,
Podcast.
Yo,
Yeah.
what's good? What's
Yo,
good?
what's good, bro?
what is
What you up to,
do?
man?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing, man?
Chilling,
Nah,
bro.
that
Doing all
nah,
right.
the judge said he has to come back in front of her. She was like, no, I want to say something.
I'm about to say, don't nobody else want
That's
him to say. No, you gotta come back.
So she ain't think he was gonna jump that.
I mean, I'm sure he'll probably be more like they'll probably have more security this time or whatever.
He did. It's a
More
picture.
security.
It's the whole picture. Like he's being held by 2 security guards. He's
Oh
like
wait, no, I did see it. They
handcuffed.
had the thing on
Like,
his face. Yeah.
yep, had his shit on his face, looking like a
We got
dog
the
in the
No,
silence of
mud.
the lamb.
What was he
no,
doing? Like he was
the
just sitting there, like.
I think it was. Yeah, I just seen the picture. I don't know if it was a video from today.
Nah, it's no video. But the background story is this: he's pretty much has a history of violence. Like he's just a violent motherfucker,
That's
and
Oh yeah,
she was
crazy.
just
I
like,
think he was in court for battery. I think that day.
yeah, he was in court for battery already, and he just had a bad history, and she was just like, nah, we need to give you something more serious than that. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing
Oh,
that she
that's
said to
why
set him
she
off.
gave him that attitude.
What
Yeah,
is that? What
That
you
man,
showing, Brian?
Hannibal Lecter.
that's what you was talking about?
Yo,
Nah.
you don't have to be in the
Oh.
camera. Put the camera up
It won't
high.
that shit. It won't that
God
shit. It won't that shit.
damn.
Nah. I need to find a picture, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just saw that shit. I just
Oh,
saw
gee.
that shit, bro.
Oh, that is crazy.
Nah, the real MVP is the guy who was in the back, like not the cop, but it was like I think he was like a lawyer or something. He was like trying to hit the dude,
Yeah,
but his punches
yeah.
were just not doing anything. I was like, yo,
He got hurt.
He had
Him,
You got
him
hurt?
he
and
had her on the floor for a minute too. Like I'm like shit.
him and the fucking the officer that was there. He got his ass beat as y'all saw. He
mm.
suffered some injuries.
Wait, the dude
The
beat
judge,
his ass too.
huh? Yeah, the dude beat his ass too. Yeah, if he couldn't get to the judge, he got to the fucking officer. He's
How he
getting
look?
time. He's doing
Yeah,
like
That is how he looked when he did
he
it.
not getting up.
Crazy.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. The mask they had on it looked more like a hairnet. It didn't really look like
yeah,
that.
it looked mad weird. Hold on, let me see.
It
Lost
looked
Look,
it looked like
man.
case.
one. It looked like one of those nets people like a hairnet like they put on their beard or something like when they're cooking food.
Wow.
Let's see if I got a picture real quick. But yeah, bro, that shit is crazy. That's the craziest shit. That's one of the craziest shits that happened. That was still this year,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That was like yeah, that was like last week I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
This shit
this is
just started off crazy.
Oh, what's up, Avery?
that's
We got Avery in here.
oh, what's good? What's good? Way better. Follow the page. You know what I'm saying?
Did
We here every Monday.
did y'all already talk about the 8 to 10 foot shadowy figures
Well, I
in the mall in
was
Miami?
I was about to get to
No.
that.
Heard about that,
Yes.
John.
Okay.
So Miami just recently had uh, a big police outbreak at the mall or some shit, and it was a fight that broke out with some kids. They said it was doing fireworks or some shit. It sounded like some weird shit, but also they found that there was like aliens. They found a video of aliens walking around the mall or walking through the mall, and that's really what they was about to goddamn. That's really what the cops came for. But I think they tried to cover up with a story about some teens fighting. Y'all ain't hear about that shit?
Nah, but I
I
just
heard
don't
about
these
it.
niggas to walk
I
up on us
saw
normally.
Yeah. What's your take on it, yo?
me.
Yeah.
I was saying I saw two personal accounts of it too. So it was like one dude. Well, it was like one guy made a video that was there, I guess, at the mall. That's for he well, that's what he said at least. But he was like, yeah, it started out as kids fighting. It was like 50 kids fighting. Then they started throwing fireworks, like shooting fireworks at each other and random people. And then he was like, the cops came. Everybody, he was like, everybody just started running in a panic, like it was chaos. He said people were like dragging their kids. And then he was like, they saw some shadowy figures, and he was saying they weren't human. Dudes seemed kind of spooked talking about it, but that just, I mean, I don't know if we can believe that or whatever. That's his case. And then another personal account was a cop that I guess showed up on the scene, and he was like, that he's the one actually that said that like the kids were fighting the fireworks shit, and he was like, they put some code out, some police code where every cop in the city responds. So and then he was like, so just to be clear, there's no aliens in the Miami Mall at this moment. But he said at this moment. I'm like at this moment. I'm like, so what? Y'all already got
It
him
was
out of
some,
there?
yeah, it was something there. It was something, yeah. You're kind of confirming that they might have been there.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I
About to
mean,
transition from The Simpsons to Futurama. Like this is about to be crazy. This is about to be crazy.
but I mean, at first I was thinking okay, yeah, maybe all the cops in the city wouldn't come for like just kids fighting. But if you think about it, if they get a call for 50 people fighting, that can probably easily escalate to something bigger, like more people fighting, and maybe they didn't know what it was, who was fighting.
Yeah.
So, and then you hear about all the terrorist stuff going on, so they don't really know what's going on at that point. Maybe they just preparing for the worst. Maybe they did know something that that was there, whatever. I don't know, but
Bruh, this shit sound like some X-Men shit. Like motherfuckers throwing fireworks and stuff like that. Were they like, was it coming from it just sounded like some superhero shit was going on. That's what it sounded like to me. I'm like, they covering something up. And then it's an alien that come out of nowhere. What kind of bullshit is this?
But
Like,
matter of fact, also the personal account of the guy did say he thought he was in the mall. He said he thought people were shooting at first. Okay, so you imagine cops getting a call, it's a bunch of shots going off inside the mall.
yeah.
They might actually think it's like a terrorist attack. So maybe that's why they came so deep. You know what I'm saying?
Because they heard the fireworks, they thought it was shooting.
Yeah, well, shit. Yo, if you would have saw the picture, if you look up the picture of how many fucking cops was there.
From the helicopter view?
Yeah, that shit was swarmed with fucking cops, yo.
Yeah.
Like,
They said it was every cop in the city came out.
God damn, I know them motherfuckers committing crimes in them other spots where they won't.
Oh yeah, we good. We good for right now. Motherfuckers selling dime bags on the corner real quick.
City on purge, yo. Let's go.
Get rid of 8 balls and shit.
The blade was going crazy for that few hour stretch. No security.
Beat going crazy, nigga. What?
Motherfuckers like jumping over the goddamn border of Florida and stuff like that, coming in illegally and shit.
Bro, the videotape
man.
what was going on while the world, like the area, knew that the cops were nowhere near. Like, it was some wild stuff going on.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Definitely. For sure.
Because I'm not going to lie, people were going to do some basic math. They was like, hold on, whoa. I see like 60 cops here. I was like, if they all here, it's got to be some space over here that we can just run it.
Man, they gonna start showing us images to try to make us feel better and safer when they start walking around. I hope y'all ready.
Hey, no, that's a good point. Avery said, or I think it's Britt. She said, if there was a fight, how come there's no videos of the fight? No, that's actually a good point.
But I always realize too, whenever it gets serious and stuff starts getting blurry, it seems like everybody took it on a flip phone. Like when it's some really serious stuff, it's like
took it on a flip phone.
Right?
Like
Nah, I agree with that.
Anything about aliens or anything about something serious, it feels like all of a sudden
always
it's
blurry
in 4K, but they'll put it through like a flip phone camera or something like that to make it look fuzzy or something like that. Whenever it's some really serious stuff that we feel like we should really see, it be looking weird. Like when you start seeing UFOs,
that lens on, bro. Blur it out.
But it's like if I want
somebody
to
said
a kid getting hit by a car or something like that, it would be 4K. Like I wouldn't have any problems looking at that. But anything of like
I think I
really
did read
sometimes.
I think I did read that somebody was like they tried to record it but their phone went out. Like it just
the fight?
Yeah, they tried to record everything, but the phone just fucking went out. Somehow, some way it just went out.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? At that
Okay,
moment.
so
I'm just
that might be true.
The
only reason I'm gonna agree with that is what happened to me today. So I went to school today. School started at 9. I got there at like 8:45. Cool, everything was cool. But for some reason, at like 9:40, my phone just went to SOS. The bills paid, everything's cool. 20 minutes later, everything come back on. Now I don't know what that was. But it was an issue in the classroom. I mean,
bro, that solar flare.
Solar flare.
That remind me of Dr. Umar. He said, Dr. Umar said, something just hit me. Nah, something just hit me. Nah, I'm playing. Y'all see the Umar shit? He said, something just hit me. When he's talking to, y'all didn't see the Dr. Umar Lamar Joe Budden episode?
Nah, because you got to pay for it.
Well, I didn't see the whole thing either, but I saw the clip.
I didn't see that. You got to pay for it. Immediately turned up.
Yeah.
You got to pay for it.
Shannon Sharp
That is
let
funny.
us see Katt Williams for free. And then this motherfucker Joe wants to charge us for Dr. Umar. And he was hating on Shannon Sharp for having Katt Williams.
Nah, you might have did get hit with a solar flare today though, Brian.
Yeah.
The CIA might have tapped in your phone. Bro, okay, somebody in the comments said I'm trying to get on the Offer a podcast this month. Just stay in touch, bro. We're kind of booked up for a while right now. We'll be doing another round of booking soon. I'll tap in here. Just send me a DM.
Yeah, he probably needed a DM.
Bro said this month. I need to get up there tomorrow. Drop everything. I'm coming through.
We can't have a schedule.
Good, though.
Pull up.
Good, though. Get us up there tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What else you got on your list? What else you got on your list, man? Because there's been a few things that happened this year.
Let's see. I sent some stuff to the chat. Let me think. I did send some shit about fucking. I mean, it's not that deep, but so a couple of schools in basketball. I don't know. Y'all been following college basketball?
Oh, I thought you were talking about them shootouts. I was about to say, Lord, yeah, that shit was wild.
What
Go ahead.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Iowa, y'all ain't hear about that shit?
At the school?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
And then it was like one person was shot and a couple people were injured out of that bitch. But then they tried to cover it up because I ain't heard about it no more.
I feel like I might have seen something about that.
I think it was Iowa. It was like a high school, I want to say. I gotta look at it again.
Did y'all know that it was like 180 something mass shooters last year?
Bro.
180 something.
I don't know the numbers, but I guarantee you we probably had more in America than the rest of the world combined.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they do
For sure.
got child soldiers though, but you know, we'll let
He said child soldiers.
you.
Yeah.
Children soldiers.
So yeah, certain countries like in parts of Africa and shit.
Oh no, they wiping people out in Israel. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like the Palestinians,
Yeah,
there's some stuff going on over there. Like, and also too, have y'all heard about this flooding? Like,
Oh, the storm coming?
no, I'm talking about like,
What are you talking?
like they said Dubai is flooded. Like a lot of
Really?
Oh,
like,
flooding.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm about to Google that right now, actually.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they
it's
got-
a lot. It's like a lot of flooding going on. Like a lot of flooding from like China, Palestine, like everywhere.
Really?
The climate,
Yeah, I see. Yep.
climate
It's a
change
whole
going
real.
wild.
Yeah, no, it's getting real out here.
Climate change is going wild right now.
This is an article from September 2023. 10 countries and territories saw severe flooding.
That's the shit now.
10 countries and territories saw severe flooding in just 12 days. Is this the future of climate change? Hong Kong. This is September of last year.
This is this year right here. This video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's it right there? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's Dubai?
Yeah.
I thought it didn't even rain out there like that.
It went from not even.
No,
raining
matter
to
of
flooding. That's
fact,
crazy.
doesn't actually no. I think in Dubai it doesn't rain for real. They have the machine that they make it rain like once a week or some shit. I'm pretty sure that's real. Hold up.
Well, somebody hit the goddamn notch to 100,000 or some shit. Cause goddamn it.
God pulled a bucket out. Nigga, like,
Somebody hacked that.
Look, bro.
Somebody knocked the bucket over. They elbowed that.
Yeah.
bitch.
I'm saying like, yo, what the fuck? Damn.
All right, look. Hold on. Matter of fact,
Hey, elbow that shit. That shit defected now. That shit.
it's called cloud seeding.
Cloud shit. So they really control the weather out there.
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
I think they do a lot of places. It's not like a secret. It's they go out and drop this chemical in the cloud, and then like it makes a bigger cloud type shit. Hold up, I'm about to look it
I
up
mean,
because I think it's once a week.
They do that shit here too, right?
That's why I honestly
I
I don't know if that's
know, but
exactly it,
probably.
but that's why you see some of those lines in the sky.
And we wonder why the world going to shit.
But I mean, this like what they're doing in Dubai. It's not like it's some conspiracy. It's literally just because they don't get enough rain there, so they have to they like it's like a man-made
You don't think
fucking
that's
rainstorm. You know what
throwing
I'm
off the climate for real
You
though?
th-
Like,
Like what? Fucking up the
Yeah.
climate? I don't know. I mean,
Possibly.
probably. I don't know shit. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Possibly, because it's usually a natural cycle where doesn't the water is supposed to like the bodies of water the rain it evaporates up into the clouds and shit like that, and then it comes back down and
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand the need for it, you know, definitely. But you want to fuck with forces like that?
He said you want to. I might look it up. Does America do cloud seeding?
I think it kind of I seen a video one time with this guy. He was explaining how they control the weather or make it storm in certain areas. Like they'll blow like it was a machine. It wasn't even that big. It looked like a damn generator, a little ass generator.
Like a snow,
blew a cloud
like
out.
a snow, the snowmaker, the snow jump.
Yeah, and it blew like a cloud out. That shit went up into the sky, got all big, and it like kind of traveled. And next thing you know, in a certain area, it rained. I can't say specifically where it was, but yeah.
Texas uses cloud seeding to help irrigate fields for farmers, but it's more common in the West, where states like Idaho, California, Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming use it to help fill up their rivers and reservoirs. So they do it in America, and they do it for like a good reason. I'm sure it's not like some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I have heard of other this is more conspiracy shit, but where they actually create hurricanes and the more severe weather storms too, like on purpose.
Shit, how you create a hurricane?
They got machines for all that shit, bro.
That's crazy. You know, 70% of the mountains you snow or
Earthquakes?
ski on is like man-made.
Wait, say that one more time.
70%.
I think I was listening to NPR today. 70% of the mountains you ski on and shit at resorts and shit, and man-made snow.
I saw that
because they said it hasn't been snowing in the past 2 years. Like,
how do y'all feel about these mountains being giants? Because I done looked at it. I saw a picture of like 30 of them, and they all look like faces. I was like, bro, I'm just off a little bit.
Well, like the shit off Lord of the Rings,
bro.
Like the shit off Lord of the Rings with them fucking
the trees.
They were trees.
You talking about
I thought they were
rocks moving?
They was climbing on the rocks and shit, and then all of a sudden them motherfuckers start moving, and they were really fighting each other.
Bro, this can't be real.
I don't remember that part.
Nah,
I think I did.
I don't think so.
That was on the second one?
This was on not Lord of the Rings. This was on The Hobbit. Sorry.
Nah, you're right, Brian.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, this was on The Hobbit.
Bro, look.
Now
That's why I said I tried to make sure I took 5 steps back before you said like I was crazy.
What?
It looked like faces, bro. They looking too wild crazy. They looking too wild.
Nah, this gotta be AI, bro. Hell no. Look at
that.
Bro, what?
Niggas it in the mountains and shit.
Oh, this bro.
Hey, yo, you remember when they had froze at the end of Hocus Pocus when they turned into stone? That's what they all look like. The end of Hocus Pocus.
They said giants were real at one point. Maybe they was making them motherfucking statues and shit out of, they made their faces.
Nah, that's
fire. We want to get biblical. We had David and Goliath, bro.
That's
what the fuck is that?
It looks like a cheetah or something.
Yeah, like a bird or something. Like I don't know.
Like I was thinking like a leopard or like a cheetah.
I see it now.
That's a wide back mammoth.
Look, this pretty. I think I saw this actually. I think I saw this as a meme before, but it looks like it's like a girl laying down or something.
Oh man, okay.
That's wild.
I like some Titanic shit.
Nah, this is hard. No, there's actually a pretty fire movie I just watched on Netflix last night. It was like Society in the Snow. I think it was based on a true story. It was about this rugby team in like the 70s that their plane crashed and they had to survive for like 60, 70 days out in these snowy mountains. And they survived by like eating their dead members that died and shit. Crazy.
That really happened. So say say what you just said again. You said that there was a team and it was out in the
rugby
snow.
Team.
Their plane crashed. Yes, there's a show called Yellow Jackets about a girl team. They crashed. They had to stay there for like a year and some change, and it was just frozen. They had to eat each other. They was doing rituals. People they end up burning down the house. Actually, we on season 2 right now. So what you just said, that's a real
on season 2 right now.
How they start just doing?
All right.
What is this on Netflix?
So, yeah, it's called what was it on? Yellow Jackets. What was it on? I think it's on Netflix. I think so, but yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. And pretty much you're watching how they got picked up, they survived, but the backstory is like, okay, it was like 15 of y'all, but now it's only like 7. Like, what happened to the other, the other people that was there, from them dying from from being too cold, from them being eaten, from them like dying, just from general. Some of them didn't even get off the plane. The dude who was a teacher, it was like one adult. Everybody else was kids. That's why it was so wicked because the kids, the girl, she had died, but she was outside. Cool, but they was like, yo, we can cook it though. So they cooked the girl, and then literally he watched them eat that girl. Like literally, I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone. One of them he ate the face. He literally he went back into the house. He looked out one more time. He was like, no, like it's getting. But it's like I'm glad they're showing it because after about a month, after about 2 months, after about 3 months in the winter, you're gonna start thinking. You talking about 100% survival mode. You have no more hope. Like every
I
day
mean,
you just
What is
struggle to
this
get
called?
yourself.
you
What
gotta,
is
It's
it
called
called
Yellow
again?
Jacket.
you gotta
So
think about
Yellow
it.
Jacket.
When you
Showtime.
go like a whole day without eating anything, and then you wake up or you find something to eat, it could be like a McDonald's burger right now. You will smack that motherfucker.
Bro,
I
I'm
mean, no,
trying
I
to
mean,
Yeah,
tell you.
when you're hungry enough, anything tastes good.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
everything tastes
like,
good
think
And
when
that's
you're
about it.
off
You've
hungry.
been
real
hungry for
talk.
2 months.
That's off of one day. That's if you didn't eat all day. You got your first meal at 8 o'clock. I guarantee you, if somebody asks you what you want to eat, you're not gonna be that picky. You're not. If you haven't eaten all day and you maybe had some water or maybe some tobacco or something like that, when you get around 8 o'clock, I promise you, you could have had Crown every day, but you'd have had not ate for a whole day. That Crown gonna taste like some amazing cuisine that you have not had in quite some time. That's just me
Mm.
personally. If I go
And
all day
all,
and I haven't
Yeah,
eaten,
uh,
if I go
Phil, you
two
about to be
days,
hungry in a few minutes.
Damn
probably
right.
yeah, I don't know. Is the
I'm
one
not
you're
gonna
talking about
object.
based on a true story?
Nah,
I mean,
yellow.
no,
This is
I'm just
drama.
saying what
It's a
you said
series.
is like that's how they usually do it. Everything you just said was pretty much what the movie I just said, but they just switched some things. They probably changed the times, they changed the gender and stuff like that. But it's just like no,
This
like
one, this one, the Society of the Snow. So that one actually it says is based on a true story, on a real tragedy. It was a crash of a Uruguayan fight, Air Force flight in the '70s in the Andes Mountains, and 29 people died. But what's interesting about this shit too? Well, obviously the whole thing is crazy, but like at some point when like they knew that they were like gonna start dying, some of them would tell each other like you can eat my body, you can use my body when I die to survive,
that happened too.
somebody can
They were
make
saying
it.
stuff
You know
like
what I'm
that.
saying? Like, so it gets to a point.
Nah, that's
But
wild.
your brain. We can't even imagine the thoughts that go through your mind when you're in that level of survival. It's like, but so I'm sure there is still moments of you're trying to keep your morals and you're trying to like figure this shit out. But I don't know. That has to be a
No,
crazy situation like that. We can't.
two people were like, don't waste my body. Like if I die, just go ahead and eat me. Don't sit here and starve, and just be all caught up about me being, friends and stuff like that. If I die, cook the body. But it also got bad too because like I said, when they survived, you can see some of the things that they did over in the wilderness, how it transitioned over. For instance, like the girl there was one girl who was really good with a knife. I'm talking about she's really good with the knife. Where she good at skinning animals, she good at skinning people, whatever the situation, they literally gave her the bodies. So what happened was is that her husband and her daughter, she told her daughter, she was like, make sure you take the meat out or da 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 da. She didn't take the meat out. When I tell you she went outside, killed the rabbit, skinned it, cooked it, got to the table, her and her husband her daughter and her husband, they eating, having a good time. She was like, yeah, it's a rabbit that I just pulled out. Like she owns some stuff. But you can also see that would have definitely came in handy if you was out in the wilderness. But you can also see how weird and crazy and like just psycho like it seems when you're in the real world. You can just go to farm fresh to get your food. Like you feel me? Like it's like you didn't have to kill that rabbit like that. She skinned him and everything. Like that thing is wild.
Hey, ain't nobody ready for that. I remember you saying that shit a few years ago. Nobody's ready for some real life shit to happen when we don't have, grocery
We
stores,
gotta
electricity go out.
result back to being a human again.
Yeah,
So
ain't
Yeah.
well,
nobody ready for that shit.
so that's like two things that have already dropped. I think this year that are showcasing end of time situations and how like the human psychology works in that. You see the fucking leave the world behind shit.
Saw that.
That's showing all that. Then we have this. I think this show just came out. The Society of the Snow show comes out where it's showcasing just survival instincts and all that. I don't know.
So you think that these television shows are trying to foreshadow what's to come,
Actually,
like an
before he answered that, they
apocalyptic
said, and I
world?
quote, They said the
Well, that's for
doomsday
everybody.
preppers was like a big problem with like people doing too much buying in bulk because of the doomsday preppers. Like people were prepping so much, whereas like no, they could start seeing like their inventory for people coming back to get stuff for the regular day, but it seemed like they would buy in bulk, push it to the side, and then come back for what they need. Like to the point where like no, they had to. I don't even think it's on TV no more. Like you can still watch the old episodes, but like no, that was when they started realizing like no, I can definitely make people a little too paranoid, where it's like they
Charlie,
start
right here.
doing too much.
I mean, shit. You know, that's damn near what happened in COVID. When COVID came around and everybody thinking they was getting locked in for 2 weeks,
But
motherfuckers was
it's crazy
buying
that we
shit
did
up.
that off of tissue though. You feel me? Tissue was the big thing to talk about. Like we getting too much of it.
Man, yeah, yeah, fuck yeah. Just wait till there's no food to go by. That's what I'm saying. That's the real. That's real. Fuck a
I
tissue.
mean, shit, we already having issues with food because remember they made that remember we was talking about this before. They made a chicken in a lab or something like that, chicken wings in a lab or some shit. Y'all remember
Mhm.
that?
Yeah.
I
It was
think
some weird,
I
weird
think they got lab grown meat.
Don't they
I've
got
been seeing that
lab celebrity meat too?
lab
celebrity meat.
celebrity meat.
Bro,
It's a designer burger.
bro, it's
If you want to eat a Balenciaga
bro.
burger, lab
We
grown.
doing weird shit now.
Hey, hold on. It's another topic that I wanted to get to. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to this nigga lately, but what the fuck is going on with y'all's man's Wiz Khalifa?
Oh,
Why is he looking
did you
like
see
What's
his?
going on
You
with?
see them shoes he
I
had
know he's
on?
talking
that?
about. I know he's talking about. I'll be right back.
Why is he looking like this? What the fuck?
Like
Somebody
what?
said he look
You
like
ain't even
Roger
see
from
it?
American Dad, bro.
Yo, every post they posting Roger, yo.
Oh, all the
Yo, he looks
pics of him just standing up, like taking them, like the mirror
with
pics,
the,
just like full
with
body
the
pics.
shades on. Yeah.
not even that, just the fucking outfits he got on, them fucking long ass
I mean,
shoes.
I'm
Like
pulling
he
this shit
going to
up now.
Mars and shit
Hold on.
already.
Where them long ass shoes at?
All right, I'm on
Hold
his page
on.
right now.
Look,
You talking about this
look at
joint?
this shit.
oh,
What kind of
oh, this
outfit
shit
is
right
this?
here.
Nah,
Everybody
not
getting trying to
them.
fucking photo
Yes,
on these long
yes,
ass shoes.
yes.
Nah, his
What
shoes do
the
look a little long.
No, they do look a little
and
long. Somebody
they
gotta be
just
crying.
The
they just not
Gumby.
proportional.
They got a bit too much length on them.
And look at these outfits with a sweatsuit, my nigga.
Oh damn! What? Hey yo, he
Oh
got
Gotta
wait,
on
be
no.
he got
sponsored
on the
Look,
by.
there was
leggings with the 2 by
look.
4s. That's wild.
So a bunch of his fans started getting worried because he was posting the same like stance, same pic, and they were like in the comments like, "Yo, post another pic in this stance if you need help, bro." Like shit, like shit like that. Oh, let me see if
They
I can
said
see
he
it more.
cloned. They said the motherfucker cloned. Look at this shit.
Bro, that shit is
They
hilarious.
might
He's
have
mad
cloned
nigga,
Wiz,
look at
bro.
you or some shit. Nigga, that shit is.
This is saddening. I hate to see him like this, bro.
You think they
At
like
first,
they wear so much shit like they just don't
I'm
care
I'm
after a
gonna be
while?
honest now. I'm not looking too much into it. I think he looked fly. Like I fuck with it.
you fuck with it,
Yeah, I'm
yo.
about to say the whole wave
I
now
mean,
into
I
looking
guess
more
it's
baggy
subject.
though.
It's subjective. I don't.
I mean, you
I'm
gotta
not
think
gonna lie
about
to
it.
you.
Wiz was getting fly before all of us. You know how much shit he been through. He got to be tired of some regular shit. I don't know. Like I always thought
Bro,
Wiz was
That's
fly. Like ever since I
what
was
I'm
fucking,
looking at.
you know
I'm
what I'm
like, yo,
saying?
did these niggas just get tired of that shit, yo?
But I mean, really,
what the
like, what is
fuck
he?
with the t-shirt out?
That's hard. What you mean?
No,
No.
this looks raggedy, bro.
Oh,
Imagine
I'm
Gavin
telling you,
coming out in that
that's
shit.
hard, bro. That's the next shit. That's the next wave shit
I
right
just
there. You know.
it's a new day, Gavin.
imagine Gavin
New
trying to wear
age.
that shit. Oh
Nah,
man.
nah.
The new age, Gavin.
Nah, that's how
He is
I
not
used to
trying.
dress in high school.
All right, I'm trying to find whatever I think is his worst fit up
Having a
here.
big
That's
ass.
how we dressed in high school.
Yeah, that
With that big
big ass
ass
T on.
t-shirt underneath.
I don't know. I fuck with all of these
No,
fits. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
fuck with all of these.
bro, no, no,
See,
bro,
yo, man, he got
no,
me pissed. I'm
no. He
rocking with
looked like
all of them,
a
low key.
construction worker.
I'm fucking crying.
He looked like he just getting off work. He looked like
Yo,
he was working in concrete. Nah,
hey,
bro. He got this shit
he look like
tucked
that Missy
in.
Elliott video with the trash bag.
He looked like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Bag for menthols. Like what the fuck, bro? Like
No, he look like a
This
man.
I'm
shit looks
weak.
terrible. I do not like it. I don't like it, bro. What the fuck?
Gavin really pissed about this. I can tell.
is he
He not
Yes.
buzzing?
rocking with it. I'm not,
That
not
boy
rocking
reported
with it.
every one of them picks. He's
This
reporting them picks as he gets to the next one.
is inappropriate. This is spam.
Hey, but look, he got upset. Somebody was joking him for real, and he got upset. He got on live, was like mad about it. He was like, "Yo, you niggas joking me about my clothes, and I can't say anything. I can't joke the way I want to joke, because then I'm going too far." I'm like, "Bitch, joke them niggas, yo! Like, stop
It's
being
over.
a pussy. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, what was that?
Like,
Wiz had got in an argument with somebody. I want to say, was it last year? What did he do? Was he the one that slammed the DJ laptop or something? Was that it? Yeah, something like that.
yeah. He got in DJ's face because he was like, "Yo, play the fucking record." He said, "You want to fight? You want to fucking fight, nigga?" And I was like, "Bruh, what the hell? Did you not smoke your KK today? Like, are you good?"
Well, no,
Like, what the
he
fuck?
he's
He
an
said,
MMA
"You."
fighter now, apparently.
That shit going through
Yeah, but that
his
shit
head.
corny though.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say he's an MMA fighter. He just
No, I
trains
mean, yeah,
MMA.
he
no, absolutely.
trains. Yeah.
I'm glad he is
In
definitely trained to be an MMA
his
fighter. I'm just
mind,
doing it.
he's an
Yeah,
MMA
but
fighter.
just saying, yeah. Somebody going to him, he was like, "Bro, I've been trained. My niggas are lethal." So until a real MMA fighter comes up.
I mean,
That shit is
honestly,
corny.
I love to see. I feel like this is kind of seeing artists step into more, allowing them to be themselves and not be perfect. It's just like Drake. I would say Wiz and Drake kind of was similar in that way, because Drake and Wiz came out as this positive figure. It's all positivity kind of, and then as time goes on, you see Drake steps into his gangster bag, his bad boy bag. Then you see
So
kind of Wiz doing these different things. Like,
it's the saying, as the saying goes, you live long enough to die as a hero. No, something about you die as a hero and you live long enough
to become the
to be the villain.
villain.
Yeah, they becoming a villain. But look at Drake. Drake doing this bullshit too. Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, these
Michael
braids,
This
these
one,
Jordan?
this one Wiz
elbows, bro.
remind me of.
Hilarious.
That yo, yeah, this
Hey,
some
I'm
Elvis shit.
fucking weak.
That nigga look like he need to get a bulldog. Like, that shit is crazy.
This shit is ugly. Like, why? This is not hip hop. What the fuck? What in the little Nas X is going on?
Poetry in motion.
It might be becoming a villain, but it might also be just like just being a normal human being, because you're not always going to be a super nice guy. You might get pissed off about some shit. You might, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like you get to a certain level of success where you can be yourself. You don't got to be this like, well, actually that's just how it used to be. You used to have to be this polished like figure, and you couldn't make any mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I think in today's time you can do that. You can make mistakes.
Well, yeah, in this day and age where everybody's seeing everything, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you can finally like be you in front of everybody, because you're constantly showing yourself all the time. There's no mystery in this shit no more. You don't have to be an enigma to everybody. You just you.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, we at about 11:15, yo. Selmir, All For Podcast. Appreciate you for coming on.
Hell
Bro,
yeah.
hopefully we can have you on again, man.
Thanks for having me. Let me know.
No problem, bro. We always on Mondays at 9:00. You know, we do the same time on Mondays. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is it, man. We about to be out. We about to sign off, yo. I'm DJ Sue Infinity. Anything under the sun?
Feel me?
Yeah, and we out, yo.
All right.
Appreciate you, Selmir.
Appreciate y'all,
Shout out
boys.
to everybody
Peace.
watching, yo.
Bro.
Peace.